Hey there, and welcome. So, today we're going to lay out the blueprint for building a really successful travel business in today's world. We're going to move way past the old stereotypes and give you a real, concrete plan. All right, let's dive in.
I mean, who hasn't dreamed of this, right? The idea of actually getting paid to plan these incredible, life-changing journeys for other people, it's just so appealing. It's a career that's really built on passion and creating amazing memories.
But here's the thing, passion alone isn't going to pay the bills. That's the real difference between a fun travel hobby and a sustainable travel career. Having a solid business plan. And that's exactly what we're going to put together right now.
Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the hurdles. Because if you know the most common mistakes that new advisors make right out of the gate, you can pretty much sidestep them entirely. Think of this as your fast track to getting it right from the beginning. So here they are, the top 5 mistakes we see all the time. Trying to be a jack of all trades, seriously underpricing your services, not marketing yourself consistently, kind of winging the sales process, and not focusing on building that long-term client list. Now, we're going to focus on the first 2 because honestly, if you nail these, everything else just kind of falls into place.
All right, the biggest number 1 mistake, trying to be everything to everybody. It is just impossible to be an expert in the entire world. The solution? You've got to find your niche. We call it a starter niche. One very specific area where you can become the absolute go-to expert. It could be a destination, a type of travel like adventure trips, or even a certain type of traveler.
And this right here, this is the perfect example of why niching down is so powerful. This shows it doesn't limit you. It can absolutely explode your business. This one advisor built a massive business just by becoming the undisputed expert in Formula One travel. See, when you're the person for something specific, clients start looking for you. And that's a total game changer.
Here is a quick break. If you want to master the digital marketing secrets to grow your travel agency business and get hundreds of leads, I've created a complete step-by-step guide, which you can download for free from the link in the description box. Now, let's continue.
Okay, so that leads us right into the second big hurdle. Getting paid what you're actually worth. Look, the old way of doing things, just relying on supplier commissions, it's broken. The modern way, the sustainable way, is to charge professional fees for your expertise, your time, and all the planning you do. So what's the big shift here? It's simple. It's about who pays you and when. The old way, you were totally dependent on what your client booked, and you'd get paid by the supplier like a month later. With the new model, you charge a professional fee. This means you get paid for your work and your time right up front directly from the client. And just so you know, this isn't some crazy new idea. This is quickly becoming the new industry standard. I mean, look at this. Over half, 55% of US agencies are already charging fees. The industry gets it. Expertise is a service, and it's worth paying for. And it's not just happening in the US. This is a full-on global trend. You see it in Canada, where it's 50%, and check out Europe, a whopping 66%. The message here is crystal clear. The most successful advisors are the ones building stable, profitable businesses on a fee-based model. Okay, so you might be wondering, how do I actually do this? Well, let's break down some of the most effective models. You could start with a simple one-time consultation fee. For something really complex, like a destination wedding, a project-based fee makes a lot of sense. For your high-end clients, a retainer is great. But honestly, the most common is a hybrid model. You charge a base fee, and you also earn commissions. Okay, so let's recap. You've picked your niche, you've figured out your fees, you are looking and acting like a total pro. But there's one more piece to this puzzle. How do the hotels, the tour companies, the cruise lines, how do they know you're legit? And, how do they actually pay you? The answer is your professional ID number. Think of it like your official badge in the industry. And the 2 big names you need to know are IATAN and CLIA. They serve slightly different but really important purposes. So IATAN gives you something called an IATA code. Honestly, you can think of this as the gold standard of accreditation. It's this number that's recognized all over the world, and it basically tells everyone you're the real deal, making it super easy to book things and get your commission paid. Now, for many people just starting out, the CLI number is a fantastic and way more accessible option. If you're mainly focused on things like cruises, tours, hotels, and you're not planning on booking a ton of airfare, the CLI number is perfect. It's recognized by almost every supplier you'll ever need to work with. So the bottom line is this. It really all boils down to one thing: air travel. If you're not going to be issuing airline tickets yourself, a CLIA number is exactly what you need. It's perfect. But if ticketing flights is a huge part of your business plan, then you've got to have an IATA or an ARC number, which is the US version. It's non-negotiable.
All right, let's pull all of this together. It's time to build your blueprint for success. We've talked about the big mistakes to avoid and the key things you need to have in place. So here it is, your step-by-step action plan.
Okay, here are your 5 steps. Ready? Step 1, define that starter niche. Step 2, create a fee structure that actually values your time. Step 3, get that professional ID, like a CLIA number, to make it official. Once you have that foundation locked in, then you can pour your energy into the last 2, marketing yourself as the expert you are and building amazing relationships with your clients so they keep coming back. That, right there, is the path forward.
And I really want to leave you with this idea because it's so important. Charging fees, it's not just about money. It's about respect. You're not just an order taker anymore. You're a professional. You're an expert. You are an architect of unforgettable journeys.
So as we wrap this up, I've got a question for you. What's your first step going to be? Are you going to go brainstorm your niche? Are you going to start outlining what your fees might look like? Or maybe just start researching that professional ID? Look, you have the blueprint. Your journey starts right now.